Hi guys, welcome back. Today's edition of Tales of a New Moon will continue from where we stopped last week. Uh, we were talking about complications in sickle cell disease. So let's take more complications. Firstly, let's talk about anemia. Anemia is a popular word. Normally sickled red blood cells, they are fragile and they are prone to rupture. A normal red blood cell could last for about 120 days before it is ruptured or broken down and more red blood cells need to be produced. But in sickled red blood cell, the breakdown is between 10 to 20 days. You can see the time gap. So when this constant breakdown happens, um, there is there's less there's less red blood cells in the body, which in turn causes anemia in sickle cell. And characteristics of anemia is pale skin, jaundiced eye, etc. Also, let's talk about priapism. Priapism is a complication that happens uh, with the male gender, basically. Um, is a prolonged unwanted penile erection. Uh, so there's a penile erection in the absence of sexual activity. I mean, that's crazy. Like I said, it affects the males definitely, and priapism happens when sickled red blood cell gets trapped in the erection chambers, and it could lead to sexual dysfunction or impotence in male. Also, we have hand-foot syndrome. Hand-foot syndrome is a complication that is common mostly in children. Uh, the symptom is swelling of the hand and the feet. In hand-foot syndrome, there is severe pain that affects the bones of the hand, the bones of the feet, or both, and it is caused by blocked blood circulation. Like I said, symptoms include swelling, and it is mostly in children. Okay, so let's talk about blindness and sickle cell disease. People with sickle cell disease can sometimes have vision problems. Sickled red blood cells could get trapped in blood vessels, blocking blood flow to the retina, and this could affect the eyes. It could cause vision problems. Also, we have gallstones, also called cholelithiasis. Let's call it gallstone before my teeth were removed. So, gallstones generally, are not supposed to be harmful, but in sickle cell disease, it could be, and gallstones, they are hard rock-like deposits that form in the bile duct or in the gallbladder, and they are solid and they could vary in size. Uh, you know, Gallstones form when the liver produces more cholesterol than the body could break down. So the liver is producing cholesterol at a faster rate than the body can actually break down. 80% of gallstones are formed from cholesterol. So gallstone in people with sickle cell now, they are produced from excess bilirubin, which is caused by the constant breakdown of red blood cells. The breakdown that happens during the anemic process, so could result in gallstone formation in people with sickle cell disease. And symptoms of gallstone could be nausea, vomiting, jaundice, dark urine, abdominal pain, etc. Um, okay, let's take one more complication. Let's talk about pulmonary hypertension. Pulmonary hypertension is different from hypertension. We all know the popular hypertension. So there is pulmonary hypertension. Pulmonary hypertension is a type of high blood pressure that affects the arteries in the lungs and in the heart. It is caused by blood vessels that becomes narrowed, blocked, or destroyed by sickled red blood cell. Uh, Wow, I would say we've come to the end of today's edition of Tales of a New Moon. Uh, I know this information is helpful, and thank you for going along with me in this journey. And see you again next week. Bye.